What's good, y'all? It's your man Sight, and today I'm here to talk to y'all about a very important topic: getting better audio on this. A big part of improving your brand is improving your social media, and having good quality audio is crucial when it comes to that task. So let's get into it. Let's get busy. Alright y'all, welcome back. Once again, my name is Sight, and I make videos about creating dope music using the MPC, as well as other tools for producers and content creators. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Alright, so before we get into the sound and the audio today, I just want to take a second to thank you guys. We're up to 5,000 subscribers now. It's been a really cool journey, and if I think back to kind of where we started just a few years ago, and me being sporadic, when I actually started doing videos on a more consistent basis, I think I had about 1,500 subs, and that was even surprising to me because I had taken a year off prior to that. And fast forward just about 6 months, man, and we're up about 3,500 subs, so I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support. Shout out to everybody who's been copping the MPC Gang merch, everybody who's joined the MPC Gang group over on Facebook. It's really shocking how many influencers and just really phenomenal people from the community have come through and contributed. It's just an honor to have a hub where everybody can kind of come together, share their work, and share our love for these machines. So shout out to y'all, 5,000 subscribers. I'm truly honored and humbled. And I actually have a special gift. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, but I'll talk about that a little later. So over in the MPC Gang group on Facebook, there's typically a lot of guys using different stuff to try to get their quality up and really work on the quality of their posts when they're posting on Facebook, Instagram, those type of platforms. Why it's important is because when you're using your cell phone, you're just picking up your audio from a microphone. And while that does do the trick, it's really not the best way to get audio into your phone. And we're going to talk about a couple ways that I like to do it, ranging from using your phone itself to a couple outboard tools, all the way back to my computer, which is my preferred method when I'm in the studio. So first things first, let's talk about the phone method. What a lot of people don't realize is with your aux jack on your phone, it actually has 3 connections. You have your left and right stereo out, which is your headphone port basically, or you can plug it into your car and do your aux jack. And then you also have a microphone in. Now that creates some challenges when you're trying to record from something like an MPC Live or any of your audio equipment, DJ equipment, stuff like that. It does add a little bit of a challenge because that mic input does not accept a direct output from your Lives. So if you try running something like this, which is left and right 1/4 inch to an aux cable, which is 1/8 inch TRS, your phone has a mic, as I said, and this is actually coming in at a line level. Now we're not going to be able to run it directly into the mic input because this is actually a TRS, which is just left and right. It's not going to get any signal to the microphone because it needs to be a TRRS, which is tip, ring, sleeve. Now, without getting too complicated, it's just that one connector is missing. This one is only good for a left and right channel. We actually want the audio outputs of the Live to come into the microphone jack here and record audio. But it's not going to be able to do that because, again, this is a mic level jack, and we're trying to run line level signal into it. So in that situation, what you typically have to do is get something called an attenuator. And an attenuator is going to take this signal that's coming in pretty hot off the MPC, and it's going to drop it down to mic level, which is going to allow the phone to record it. Right now the sound is coming in too hot, and as a protection mechanism, the phone isn't going to let it record. Definitely got to get a cable with an attenuator. I'm going to show that on the screen here. And I showed this the other day. I saw a lot of guys buying iRigs, and iRigs are really dope, but they're actually built for guitarists and built for connecting a guitar into like an iPad or a mobile device. So it's not really going to give you a much better source than the attenuated cable. It might be a little bit of a sound quality increase, but not something that's going to be perceptible by most people on social media. Now talking about iRigs can kind of range in price anywhere from, I've seen them as low as maybe like $75 all the way up to 150. I actually never got a chance to get one, nor did I need an attenuated cable, because I actually have a device that takes care of all that for me and gives me a recording solution all in one. And I'm going to show you guys that now. This is the Tascam DR60D. See if I can put that in the frame. The DR60D is really dope. I actually bought it about 10 years ago. It's actually considered a filmmaking tool, but what's really cool about the DR60D is it's a 4-track digital recorder. So you can run your MPC Live cable, this one I just showed you guys here, you can run that directly into the line in. It's a line 3 and 4 over here, which is an 1/8 inch jack, and it'll record on the 3rd and 4th channel on this device. Not only will it record, it actually will drop the level down and attenuate it for me, and then it actually has a camera out here. Let me see if I can show you. There's a camera out port right over here. So that camera out, it's gonna let me run that mic level signal into my phone and give me the proper signal. So I'll show you what that's like. What's also dope about this DR60D is it actually is battery powered. It has 4 AA's in here, or you can USB power it, which for a device like the MPC Live or the Live 2 or the One, you can use one of your USB ports here as the power source for it. So as you can hear, it's much better audio. It's not coming through the microphone of the phone. It's actually routing directly out of the DR60D. It's already attenuated because it's coming out of a camera output, which is a lower signal level. So it's actually made for cameras, in this case camera phones, and it's gonna give us a much cleaner signal. That's the way I do it, but that attenuated cable will give you the same result, and it's gonna cost you about 25 bucks compared to an iRig, which usually starts at about $75, but I've seen them as high as maybe like 150. So they run pretty high. If you're gonna spend $150 for an iRig, I would definitely opt for something like this, because it's not only gonna give you, an input for your MPC, it gives you 2 XLR mic jacks as well. So you can actually record like a podcast or a full mix on this thing. It's got kind of like pot faders here, where you can, turn each track up and down, 3 and 4 together, a stereo pair. So you'll typically run your DJ set or your MPC into 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2, you got your 2 XLRs over here, and you can just run them in 1 and 2. So you don't have to use XLRs. They're kind of those combo jacks, so you can run 1/4 inches as well. But I like this option a lot more, and I've been using it for a long time. So my motto, use what you have. Sometimes it comes down to portability. I actually like this because it's super portable, but if you just have that attenuator cable, that's gonna be your easiest bet, honestly, because you can just plug that right in. This just gives me an option if I wanna do like a voiceover, I can just connect a mic to this and do that whole thing with the microphone. Let's go back inside to the studio, and I'll show you what I like to do on all my social media posts, which is use OBS and set it up in a particular configuration that allows me to record at the touch of a button. And it's always there. I don't have to set anything up. I just turn my camera on, open the program, hit record, and I'm good to go. So I'll show that to you guys now.
To the bat for right.
All right, y'all, we are back in the lab, and I'm going to show y'all my setup. Just a little bit of what I like to do for social. I actually like to use OBS for my YouTube videos as well, but I actually have 2 versions of it. I have Streamlabs OBS and regular OBS, and I actually have them set up to do different things, even though they're basically the same program. So I have my Streamlabs OBS set up for widescreen, which is what I do my YouTube videos on. This particular scene I'm shooting in Streamlabs OBS, and I'm going to show you guys my regular OBS program, what that looks like. And being that I'm actually screen recording it and using my camera here, I can't show you a live feed of it, but I can show you with like a placeholder picture. So I went ahead and put a placeholder in there, and let me go ahead and show you the screen. Okay, so this is my first monitor here, and as you can see, this is in Instagram format. So it's 1350 by 1080, which is the Instagram dimensions, and it looks really good on Facebook as well. What I'll do is I'll have my camera streaming, and then we'll set it up where the camera is here in the background, and this is just an overlay, this white part and this box right here. And then I have a live stream from my touch as well, like a screen capture here. And that's just like a cool little way I like to show people that I'm using the MPC. Even though you can see it here, this is just like a cool little way I wanted to set it up. But you can actually just, set your camera up tall if you want, if you have like a webcam or something like that. Basically, all you're doing is putting in the dimensions here in the settings. So let me go ahead and show you the settings real quick. I believe it's output. Yeah, right here in output, it's rescale output. and then video, you change it here, 1080 by 1350. And that basically, you know, is going to give you those dimensions that you need for Instagram. And like I said, it also looks good on Facebook when you're scrolling. You know, if you're not really doing a bunch of finger drumming type stuff and you just want something that, if you're in your lab doing most of your videos, this is a really cool way to do it. If you have a good computer, you know, a pretty strong computer, you can, you know, use OBS or Streamlabs OBS and configure it. You know, here, if I turn it on, I don't know if it's going to work. It does work. Okay, let me go ahead and mute it here. So you can see the beat that I have on the MPC is, let me see, we've got the mic here. All right, so you can see the mic here as well. And this is how I'll do my social posts. So it's just like you would like a live stream using OBS. And as you can see, you know, we've got our meters down here. I've got a limiter on there. It's showing it's in the red, but it's really, it's not clipping or anything. And then, you know, the beat I'll have coming through on this channel here. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I like doing my social posts in OBS for this very reason, because it's basically the exact same way that I do my YouTube content. And I'm just basically clicking on a different version of the program. So Streamlabs OBS looks like this little green bubble, and then regular OBS has this little kind of pinwheel looking thing. So yeah, you can download both. They're both free. This is just the way I like to do it. But if you're not in the studio and you're looking to be more mobile, those other solutions I showed you will probably work a little better for you. Some people like to run their MPC standalone. They don't like to mess around with the computer too much, or you might not have a very strong computer. So if you want to go straight to your phone just for simplicity. But yeah, I think that's your simplest way. Just, you know, taking the phone, running that attenuator cable that I'm going to leave a link for in the description down below. You know, it's 25 bucks. You're going to get really good quality audio coming out of it. I think that's the best way to go, honestly, as far as simplicity. So those are just a few audio options for you guys. I wanted to give back some information and give back to the community. Once again, I appreciate you guys. 5,000 subs. I'm like super excited right now, man. This is like a great time for me. Really big milestone. Even my wife's excited. And once again, I want to thank you guys for supporting the MPC Gang merch. It's really allowed me to do a lot of really dope things, you know, update my equipment, upgrade a couple things that I really needed. And, you know, it really helps support the channel. So I really thank you guys for that. Got some new products coming. I'm going to try some of the new stuff on YouTube as far as allowing you guys to support in other ways if you want to. I really appreciate everybody that's been, you know, showing love in different ways, man. And not just financial, obviously. It's really great how you guys leave me great comments and let me know when I'm helping. So that's the kind of stuff that gets me out of bed in the morning, gets me really excited to just fire up the camera, get in the lab, and put something together. So thanks again, y'all. Catch you on the next video. Peace.